power outage. Actually went on for a while. It was about 20 minutes or so. Maybe 25. So let's see. Looks like it's live. There we go. Okay. So, it's now bag 5, finished bag 4, and see if I can get this finished before another power outage. That would be certainly something. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay. Seemed quite widespread from what I could find out about it. Yeah. Bag 4 is one small section of the build, but yeah, this section by the look of it is a little bit bigger. Also, it doesn't have some of the other larger elements that the first couple bags did, but similar building techniques by the look of it. This one has the polar bear built into it, which is kind of cool. I also think it has a bit of a function. I think it might be able to move when you move the train. So that's kind of fun and kind of cool with this section of the build. Yeah. Still quite windy outside. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes out again. That's what I'm assuming was the cause. Yeah. It's been quite a few years since I can remember a power outage lasting that long that I've experienced. Yeah, I guess today. 2x6 tile in dark blue. That's kind of a cool part. That's a nice tile part. They introduced that a few years ago. Certainly a useful element. And now it's on to the polar bear with a variety of different snot bricks and similar elements to that. Where's the last one? I can't see anything. Where are you? I need you to continue. I think I'm blind because I should be able to see this, and I do not. Let me just make sure. Yep. Alright, certainly the part that I need. Just where, oh, there it is. It was underneath something. Some dark green there and some teal. That seems to make up the scarf for the polar bear. I'd like a puffin. That would have been a cool animal build. Now that's that would be an animal mold that I would love to see the next time they do more of a snowy climate sets for city. That would be a fun animal, a puffin, or a buildable one. I feel like they didn't do much after the Kingfisher set. I felt there was going to be a bit more to that line, unless that came out this year. Maybe it did. I need to look into that. I think that was Icons, wasn't it? So could be one that they would continue, but I feel like it came out last year. Unless it didn't. I'm wrong about that. It could be. Quite possible. Alright. There we go. This is all the internal bits for the function of this build. Second, before I do anything else, I should make sure that this is actually placed correctly. Oh, interesting. So that's built into there, and that sort of just goes in underneath. Interesting. So it sort of has a couple of different sections that are built into it. And with that, that is the functions, or at least I think the main sort of technic skeleton of the functions. There we go. And this one, and it seems like a little bit more of the scarf. Seems like that will probably make up most of the rest of the build, because I think there's an empty area there that I think is more just meant for the gift box. I like how all the builds that were in the first bag, the toy builds are coming now to be placed onto the train. Definitely gonna have to look at them side by side, but I think I'm leaning more towards this one than the last train. But I'm hoping that we don't get a train station next year. I don't really feel like there's too much of a need for one of those, but it'd be interesting to see, I guess, at the same time, in the sort of newer style of Winter Village builds from the last few years. Let's go on to there. Yeah, I would have liked this to be a puffin. I think that would have been cool. I want a Lego puffin now. I've seen quite a few builds of Lego puffins. Saw one at the Lego house that I thought was pretty cool in a convention that I was at recently. Someone had one built. I thought those were quite nice. like to see a set of puffin. It's my new set that I really want to see. All right, a little tail, some different sloped elements. There we go. Now, side. Build. There we go. And there we go. I guess that's the legs, or at least the beginnings of the legs. Some more 1x3 plates. One more of these, there we go. And that there. Cool. And the feet. One of them. Oh, just so the lights flash a little bit. Don't want the stream to go off now. I have to split it into like 4 or 5 parts because it would keep going out. At least there's only one bag left. Ton of time. So hopefully the power keeps up for a little bit. It seems like the winds died down. I was able to, before it cut out with the power outage, I could hear it quite a bit. So it wasn't entirely shocking. These on the right elements here, because I don't see what I need. Okay. We'll see how far I can get now. Probably not the best strategy, but it's the strategy I'll work with. And hopefully, with a few parts going, it'll be easy to spot. Oh, this must be the head. I was thinking it was one of the arms, but it feels like it's taken up a few too many pieces to be that. And as it's coming together, it's seeming more and more like the head. Actually, no. Okay. The, let's see, no. Okay, I was thinking I was going to be able to keep going, but I need to find this element soon. Since I am definitely now at a point where I can't really continue without it. There's one side. Alright. Where are you? Shouldn't be under anything now. And with that placed in there, and that in there, can continue. Alright, that goes down. So I guess the head's going to be able to move, as well as the arms by the looks of it. First one, it's got a little bell. And the next one is just down in its side. Okay, cool. Alright, there we go. And now these wheel segments. And this one, and this one loose enough so that I can go. And oh wow, that functions quite well. That's cool. It's a cool function. I like that, definitely. Alright, sixth bag, final minifigure. Let me get this connected. And now, this part, by the looks of it, can just connect into there. And that's cool. Cool function. Alright. Final bag, which is a cool compartment. It looks like it's built as if it's a present, which is kind of fun. Make sure I don't have any parts left in there this time. Not the conductor in here. Looks like a cool torso. The gold accents as well as some details on it. It's cool. Nice vest torso print. And I feel like this one, the first one's gonna want up to have like a Santa Claus minifigure. I feel like the last few have had one, but maybe not. That's not the case. Where's the hat? There it is. Cool. That's a nice looking one. Similar techniques by the looks of it for this section compared to the last few. And these larger train elements. Actually put that correctly in there. There you go. That on there. That on there. Couple more little elements to step up and off the train. And gonna need that later on. There it is. Some tan, which has been a common color for these larger bases throughout the build. Some reddish brown elements with gold accents on top, which has certainly been quite prevalent throughout the build. After I get this stream done, I will film the review for this, then put it out next week. Probably not the Christmas video though. I think I'm planning on putting out my Stranger Things minifigure series that day to align with the release of the show. Yeah. Alright, there we go. There. Candy cart, or I guess this is one of the seating compartment. Well, 2 seats by the look of it. So not a ton in the way of seating, but a little bit. The start of the bow on the side of the gift box compartment, which is kind of cool, and certainly like the look and design of a lot of the different compartments of the build. And I guess in size, it definitely feels similar to the last one. But yeah, now with almost all of it together, it certainly has gained quite a bit of size. Looks better and better now onto the light blue elements to continue the color scheme previously established in build. I like how there's a lot of these bar elements that can sometimes be a little bit difficult to align perfectly, but they have studs at the end of a lot of them that makes that process quite a bit easier, and it's nice. Certainly helps out with the build process as well as the final look, so you don't have bar elements going everywhere. They're lined up a little bit better. Alright, there we go. A couple more of the holly bits. The red window frames to continue that bow look, and then the gold ones on either side, this time in the 3 brick high ones. They were in the 2 brick high ones before. This is kind of a nice element. I think I've used these window frames before in a build. I think my most recent French Dispatch build, actually, I think I used gold window frames, I think, on the rear of the build, which was sort of a fun color to use and try out, but it's certainly been prevalent so far in this build. I like the gold accents, not the biggest fan of gold when it comes to certain things, but I like the accents on this build. It's certainly I think it adds to it, actually, and the printed elements that have pearl gold parts are nice as well. Alright. Back to the snot elements. If I could find them. Oh. There we go. To continue the bow. I quite like the design of this compartment. It's quite nice with the bow and just the overall gift box design of it. It's certainly interesting, and I quite like it. Certainly quite festive and interesting looking as well. Maybe not the most realistic design for a train compartment, but I think it's very fun for this, like a winter village that has elf clubhouses and other things. It's cool. I like it. Certainly a small section, though. I think by the box I almost thought it was going to be a little bit longer, but it's certainly a small section. Interior-wise, also, it's kind of a little bit plain. This is sort of the only one that really has any sort of interior, but I don't mind that too much. I like what they've done with the overall design and look of it. It's made something quite nice. Alright, now the roof of it, which I believe will be most of the build left, really. I think it is, actually. So getting near near the end of it. But I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this build. But before the stream ends out, I think this will probably be my last stream of the year. So just a thank you to anyone who tuned into the streams this year. They were certainly fun to do. Didn't really do maybe as many as I had hoped, but they were fun and enjoyable, and I hope to do more of them next year. I think the start of the year, actually. Planning a few bunch of like January stuff. Probably we'll group it together because there's some small stuff in there, but the Creole House will have its own stream, if not a couple. Yeah, and then of course this month of December with the shorts has been quite successful, which it always seems to be at the end of the year with the advent calendar shorts. But yeah, and with that, I think I'm like 20 subscribers away or something from that to 1,000. So that's sort of a somewhat exciting milestone. Feels like it's probably the first kind of milestone, maybe. But it's cool. So hoping to continue to grow it. Enjoyed the dinosaur reviews lately. Also, my just Lego reviews I've been more and more pleased with. Was quite pleased with the Ninjago one from this week for the new January Kai set, which I think is actually done quite successfully. So pleased with the performance of that. And with that, I think the main bow design of it, that's a really nice design for the roof. I really like this compartment. It is very cool, very cute, and very festive. Yeah, it's a very cute little section. I like it. With the bow on top, it's just a perfect little festive build. Very, very cute. All right, I think with that, it is pretty much done, and now it's just getting these wheels snapped in there. All right, and with that, move this out of the way. I'll take this little helicopter and put that with the rest of the gifts on top there. I'll put this guy sort of hanging off the back there. But that is this year's Holiday Express train. Oh, they give you the instructions on how to put the motors in there and stuff like that. I kind of want to do that, but I was also looking at it, and it's kind of a bit of an expensive process. But yeah, cool build. I like it. Good winter village set. I definitely would recommend this one. I don't know if I'd go out and pick it up if you've already got the last one. I think it's an improvement on that one, but I don't know. Like concept-wise, it's the same concept. So, but I really like the aesthetic of this one. The gold, the light blue, the dark blue, it all flows well together. I also like the theming of a lot of these different compartments. I think the polar bear is really cute. The little gift box compartment with the bow on top is very cute as well. I love how it has the Holiday Express prints on there. No stickers in this one. Some fine little figures to branch it out and just populate the scene. The little 3D printed train's a cute little item. And yeah, good set. So yeah, thanks for watching this stream, and I'll see you in the next one, probably in the new year. So Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.